Hello and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast. I'm your host, John Lewis, alongside my co-host,
Barnard! WCW champion. Now, can you dig that, sucker?
Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast, and for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information, check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. We are the generation that grew up in the Attitude Era. This is our take on the business. What's up, Book Man? You good?
Can't stop.
You can't stop.
That comes up back through the show. I can't control it. It just happens. It just happens.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good, man. How's your week, man?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Another week of wrestling. So,
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and dive right in. A little bit of news here. So Triple H versus Ambrose is at Roadblock.
Yeah,
is that what they're calling it?
I like what it is. I like
that. It's okay. When I heard March to WrestleMania, I was like, oh, okay. That kind of sounds all right.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Ambrose versus Triple H at the televised live event on the WWE Network for $9.99. They will fight for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, sir.
I guess it's a way to give the
Some
fans...
people might want that to be the actual WrestleMania main event as opposed to seeing Reigns versus Triple H.
Yeah, the way I see it is probably the way... The way... It's probably WWE's way of saying, hey, you know Roman's going to win, but at least you get to see
something
Ambrose and
Triple
Trips.
H have that match. So I think it'll be a good match, and it continues to, it'll get the crowd behind Ambrose more. Yes. If you looked at Raw, I mean, just jumping ahead just a little bit, but you compare the 2 weeks when Triple H beat down Roman Reigns and everybody's cheering for Triple H, as opposed to Triple H beating down Ambrose, and Ambrose is getting the crowd behind him. So stark difference between those 2 weeks.
I think Ambrose is probably the biggest babyface on the roster right now.
I think so. I think so too.
Not even with all the injuries right now, it's
everyone
just likes Ambrose, and with his promo work, he's been outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
It's been outstanding. I'm like,
can't wait to see him and Paul Heyman just keep going at it.
Oh my
goodness, his promo is going to be great.
It is, and it almost makes me wonder when they're going to start having some of these, because now with this announced match, it's like, are you going to keep talking about Triple H and Ambrose leading up to that? And I don't even know, what day is that? Do you know what day it was?
It's 12th. That event, I think it's March 12th. So
okay. So next week?
Next week.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, they can talk about it for another week. I thought it was going to be like closer to WrestleMania almost. Yeah. I didn't look up the date yet. I didn't know what it was going to be. TNA is up for sale.
Total non-stop action.
Total non-stop action. Garbage. Like, I didn't watch anything Booker T while he was down there, man. And I like Booker T. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's not good that they didn't try something new with the 8-sided ring or 6-sided, whatever it is.
Yes.
I wasn't a fan of it. I was like, what is this? Like,
I was never really into TNA. Also, the only reasons I watched TNA, I started watching TNA, of course, when Kurt Angle first went there, and I followed AJ Styles when he was in TNA. That's why I was so happy when AJ Styles came over. He was the only reason I watched TNA. The X Division and the whole thing, that was phenomenal. But other than that, I couldn't really get into TNA. I mean, I think they had some intriguing storylines here and there. They had a storyline where they ran, it was the main event Mafia.
Yeah, I heard Booker T,
Sting, Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner. So it was an interesting group.
You had me until you said Scott Steiner. I was like, what a big pop! I was like, what a sting! Where
are my freaks at?
All right. I was never crazy about either of the Steiners. Yeah. I know a lot of other people like him, but he didn't have like a great impact move for me. He was just like roided out.
Recliner, which was just
I don't mind the camel clutch, but he didn't have like a
moveset.
Okay, that's one way to put it. But he didn't have like Undertaker's always had like a definitive tombstone, last ride, chokeslam. He's had big moves. Yeah. Scott Steiner was like, "Oh, what's your big move gonna be?" I was like, camel clutch.
These what I got. They're big.
Yeah, camel clutch is fine, but I'm like,
for a dude as big as him.
Exactly. You have to do like
something more powerful. You got power, dude.
His finisher should have been Clothesline from Hell. As big as he was, I love the way JBL does it. He really lays out.
He goes into it. Oh yeah.
I still give my guys close out from hell.
That's a great finisher.
Quick.
Yeah, that's the original out of nowhere move right there.
Oh, great move.
Oh yeah, love it.
Do you think there's any truth to Sami Zayn debuting at WrestleMania? And if he does debut at WrestleMania, is this his I'm on the Raw and SmackDown permanently now? Like no more NXT work.
I think so because I think it's time for Sami Zayn to come up. I mean, I don't know what much more he can do in NXT. I think it's time for him to come to the main roster. I mean, before he got hurt, I think he was on his way to the main roster before he injured his shoulder.
It kind of makes me wonder, like, had he not gotten injured in the match before he fought Cena, which, that sucks. Like, how unfortunate.
Right, exactly.
You really got injured.
He was just celebrating, get the crowd going, and he still worked the match, and it was a hell of a match.
Yeah, I know. Mad props.
Mad props for finishing that. But yeah, if you would think what would have happened, because maybe in a sense, Kevin Owens got called up because Zayn got hurt at that time, so. I mean, you hate for people to get injured, but it's probably a blessing in disguise because Owens on the main roster. Yeah, exactly.
It sounds that. Yeah, but we'll see. I think if you're really gonna make a debut at WrestleMania, you kind of have to be on Raw or SmackDown now. You can't. Yeah. You can't go back. It's like even with even Fandango hasn't been like the greatest runaway success. He debuted at WrestleMania, beat Jericho. And I guess everyone saw it coming. I was like, there's no way a rookie's going to debut at WrestleMania and lose. I'm pretty sure Big E won his tag match with Dolph Ziggler, too. He debuted at WrestleMania also, now that I think. His in-ring debut was at WrestleMania. I remember that. He was just muscle and AJ Lee was still with him. What else was I going to say? Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think you have big spotlight and then you go back.
I think if he debuted at WrestleMania, he's going to be on the main roster from there moving forward.
So he's fighting Shinsuke Nakamura, right?
Yeah, the night before, so 2 nights before WrestleMania.
I think it's Friday.
Okay, so Friday, 2 nights. Yeah. Okay.
So I guess that means Sami Zayn's going to lose then.
Yeah, and I mean you definitely don't want Shinsuke losing on this first match. So.
No.
And at that point, I think Zayn could take the loss. We know it's going to be a phenomenal match. I'm looking forward to that. But at that point, Zayn could take the loss, and it's kind of his exiting moment, his transition to the main roster full time.
Yeah, definitely. So. He needs to be there with everybody. Yeah. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the Raw after Mania, Sami Zayn's now full time. I wouldn't be surprised if we got Enzo and Cass and maybe Carmella. Yeah. Bayley, I really wouldn't be surprised if we got her. Wouldn't that be something like pretty sure Sasha's gonna win the Divas title,
yeah.
And so she's gonna come out, talk, and be the boss, And then Bayley's music comes on, and then the oh my god, Wacky,
yeah, I'm never gonna try.
Wacky, you play the arm too, man.
Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. They always used to do that on Family Guy.
I loved it. It's such a funny gag.
I try to walking along with them, but I can't.
And then they get the Ben and Jerry's cows. Family Guy would know. I still like Family Guy. I don't even know if they still do new episodes. But when I see it, I'm like, hey, Family Guy, all right, cool.
I don't know if they had one this past week, but I watched it the week before, and it was funny.
Yeah.
There's
it usually is.
Spots, yeah.
I don't think I've seen too many Family Guys that didn't make me laugh.
Exactly. There's always
especially the first run through, like the first time you watch it, it's like, oh, this is funny as shit. Like,
yeah.
I love the Simpsons Guy episode. We watched that one on TV like that night because I was like, oh no, finally it's happening. I'm gonna watch this.
Gotta make it happen. Yep.
All right. Back to wrestling though. Does TNA? We kind of got off topic from this. Mm-hmm. Who buys TNA? Do you think WWE makes a bid? And if they do make a bid and buy them, how do they showcase them?
Well, if WWE were to buy TNA, I think you kind of go along the same lines of, say if this would happen, sometime later this year, you can do the same lines along when WWE brought WCW and Shane storyline brought WCW. You can storyline by TNA.
I heard the rumors going around was like TNA's in Nashville on Monday night. Raw's also in Nashville. Yeah. TNA's up for sale. Shane, and then they're gonna redo the simulcast. Yeah. That would have been
something. That would have been real great. But then again, so it would be great if WWE could buy because there's some guys in there, WWE could take advantage of. The thing is,
I'm more interested in the library.
Yeah.
Like the same reason they bought WCW was for the library. I think I've heard Vince say that on one of the documentaries.
Yeah.
But yeah, could you imagine that the TNA library on the WWE network?
That'd be crazy.
I'm sure they would get many more subscriptions.
Oh, of course, because there's diehard TNA fans, and and again, we've never really gotten to TNA.
I can go back and look at AJ Styles matches.
There you go. Yeah,
like I don't have to
there were some great
watch it
matches
on YouTube with shitty quality.
Exactly.
I hate it. I remember when the dark ages before the network, and you have to like search to find the best quality, the one that's not reversed or like have funny audios, like just going on.
It was a struggle. You'd be spending more time looking for it than the match would actually take.
Oh my gosh, I remember when I used to want to go back and watch Cena and Michaels from Mania 23. Just finding a great quality one of those when I was looking for it was just ridiculous. Nowadays, I'm like, hey, network.
Just watch on the network.
As long as it's not laggy, it's great.
Yeah.
And you buy the Blu-rays.
Yep.
I buy the Blu-rays for most of the WrestleManias. I think the first one I bought was 28 because we won. And then I started buying like all the other ones that I like.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and dive on into Raw.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
All right.
I'm just kidding. But Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch ends in a draw, which means triple threat's coming.
Yeah.
Right. There's like, all right, no inconclusive finish.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Which means the match probably has to happen on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen SmackDown yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte's at ringside and she messes with them and gets disqualified or something like that.
That would be cute.
Yeah, just something. something to just keep it going. That they have to either have another fight or no. Now you have to fight them both, and which is I actually thought was going to happen on Monday. I was like, oh hey, they drew.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see that. I thought Charlotte was going to interfere on Raw. And like, it doesn't matter who she messes with. She's just on the ropes, and then somebody gets DQ'd or
exactly.
However, WWE wants to tell that.
Just decided when to drag it out for a little bit more as the story, which makes perfect sense.
Makes SmackDown, and then they announced the rematch for SmackDown. Makes SmackDown noteworthy. I'm happy that they are putting some trying to do SmackDown justice.
Yeah,
and announcing more matches. I like that they do that now. I promise, either before SmackDown came to USA, I never noticed. It was like, oh, hey, match for SmackDown. It's the exact same match they had on Raw.
Pretty much, that's all.
Yeah, now they're doing different matches. Exactly. And when I saw, like, AJ Styles was going to have a match with, like, Jericho, I think it was, The Miz or something, the first time on SmackDown, I was like, sweet. Like,
exactly.
All right, I'm going to watch SmackDown this week.
Right, see AJ Styles,
Yeah, you should watch SmackDown nowadays because of Mauro Ranallo. That man, he sounds excited. He just, it's so...
Michael will take notes. Lots of them.
It sounds so much better.
Oh, it does.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, something so new. Because, I mean, Cole was doing Raw and SmackDown, and then they had Todd Phillips or whoever they had filling in for a little bit. Yeah, someone else.
I forget the other guy's name. Yeah. But yeah, I know. It's just...
That's how forgettable he was.
He does backstage stuff now, but, like, backstage interviews.
Yeah, know your role.
Know your role. Shut your mouth. But, yeah, I wish... going back to shutting your mouth, and we'll just jump right on into this. I wish the Taker segment with Vince ran just a bit longer.
Maybe Taker could have said maybe at least 2 more words than the 5 that he said.
And the worst part is I wasn't surprised because I was like, what is Taker and Vince actually going to talk about? Other than like, you put me in this match, I'm loyal to you. That's not going to come out of Undertaker's mouth. I was like, all right. So Undertaker promo, as he's coming to the ring, then the lights come up, and I'm like, Undertaker promo without the lights.
Yeah.
Maybe because Vince is in the ring. Okay, let's see where this goes. And then, what I do. The blood of your son is not on my hands. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. And then he leaves, and then his music starts playing. I was like,
yeah. And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, so you guys bring him out to Nashville, bring him from home, I'm assuming, from Houston, Texas, or to Nashville. Don't know how far of a drive that is, but it's not, just a 1 hour over the bridge type thing for 5 words. You couldn't make more out of the appearance, because, I mean, again, we know Taker's on a limited schedule, so he might not be there next week, so that's 1 more week lost. Even I think he's supposed to be, him and Shane are both scheduled for next week, so maybe that's what they're saving for us. So we'll see.
As long as they, they seem to right their wrongs most of the time.
Most of the time.
And I know it's built to WrestleMania, and sometimes less is more.
Yeah, yeah.
In this case, it wasn't.
Nope.
I don't hate this. What Taker did is what Roman should do. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yes.
But Taker, he doesn't have to have a long-winded promo. He doesn't. He can do like the short 5-sentence paragraph
and still get the point across.
Exactly. Yeah. That's fine. But lights off, slow talking.
Yeah.
You know. But it was funny. Like when he grabbed Vince, and I was like, "Is he gonna get suspended? Is he gonna get suspended? What's going on?" And then I was like, "All right, so I guess Taker can get away with it,
right?
Because he's Taker.
He's Taker. He ain't gonna do anything.
But not Titus when he's trying to be a gentleman." So did you
free Titus? Free Titus.
Did you see that he said on Twitter he won't be at WrestleMania?
Yeah, because they were saying he should win. Like Scott Hall's vouching for him, saying he
that's what it was. I think it was like Scott Hall tweeted it,
and somebody else said it too, or something like that. So, and he said, "Nah, thanks for the support, but I won't be there."
Yeah. I hope he surprises everybody. He's like the last guy to come in the Andre Royal.
I hope so.
Nice pop.
I hope so, man. Something, because it's still ridiculous, man.
It hurts me. It hurts me.
Complete other crap, man.
Yeah. Next match on Raw, The Miz beats Dolph Ziggler.
I went to the bathroom and came back. The match was over. I did.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I was sitting there. What?
Yeah. I mean, are you surprised? Like it's the way Dolph. This solidified Dolph as the king of jobbers. And the best part about it, they saved us 10, 15 minutes because we already knew what was going to happen. It's like, why drag it out? We already know he's going to lose. And Miz got to win. I like it.
Yeah, at least Miz won.
At least Miz won.
We're fan of the Miz and his work over the last few weeks, for a couple of months. So Miz getting a win, at least that's big. Oh, it unfortunately happened at the expense of Dolph Ziggler, but they had a match on SmackDown. Spoiler alert.
Oh, did they?
But yeah, they had a match on SmackDown.
I didn't read the results yet. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dolph Ziggler wins, beats the Miz. So you got to win, Pat.
How long was the match?
Don't know how long the match was.
Was it the main event?
It wasn't.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't. Oh my gosh, that was. But well, actually, it'd have been something different. But
if it was like a full 20-minute match, maybe. But not like.
But yeah, main event was Ambrose versus Owens.
For the IC title, or
no, just
non-title.
Yeah. Ambrose came out and cut a promo because the week prior on SmackDown, Owens had talked about how he wanted to give Ambrose his rematch, even though he knew Ambrose wasn't on the show because he got that beating from Brock Lesnar. But he was talking about how he wanted to give him his rematch, so he was cutting a promo. Ambrose was on SmackDown, and Owens came out, tried to attack him. Ambrose got the better of him by hitting him with a chair. They had a match, main event for SmackDown, and Ambrose ended up winning.
Mm-hmm.
And after the match, he tried to put Owens through a table. The table didn't end up breaking. He gave him an elbow drop. But, it was one of those spots of, oh, gotcha, but the table didn't fall through. But, sure, it was a good match. Good match, but, typical Owens-Ambrose match. Always put it on the show. But
nice.
I think now they need to distance themselves from each other because Ambrose has his own things which he needs to worry about and on the near levels. And, I mean, ever since Owens has won the Intercontinental title again, he's just kind of been in limbo. Hasn't done much. I mean, he's facing a Big Show. Like, good Lord, come on.
And then they did the 2 count-out finishes.
Yeah. Which
pissed me off.
Right.
I was like, okay, it's funny, like, when it did it to the Big Show.
Yeah. But now
it's funny. And then this is Kevin Owens. I was like, you better get your ass up at 9 and get back in that ring.
Maybe Owens is all saving us some torture by not going back in the ring. So, thank you, Owens. Speaking of that, we probably might see them face off at Roadblock for the Intercontinental title. Unfortunately,
I thought you were going to say WrestleMania. Don't you dare do that.
I don't know if I would rather have seen that or Braun Strowman wrestle the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I don't know which one would have been worse.
I would rather watch Kevin Owens versus the Big Show.
Probably so.
Braun Strowman, man, if he, man, I hope they just do something. Speaking of Braun Strowman and the Wyatt family, no match tonight. They had a promo though. What do you think they're going to do with them?
I don't think they know.
It scares me
because
they in the Rumble they teased Lesnar and Wyatt. Lesnar's going to fight Ambrose.
Which I'm glad they did that, but there's nothing for Wyatt. And I mean, you look at, we'll be surprised if they really don't know what they're going to do with him. I mean, you look at the way they've been booked for the last 18 months.
Right.
As I said, I know you don't want to admit it, but he's headed to me for that glorified jobber status with Dolph Ziggler.
Don't do it.
I'm sorry. But if WrestleMania, if it comes and he does almost nothing at WrestleMania, pretty much something that's meaningless, or he takes an L.
My fear is that he's going to be in the Battle Royal, the Andre Royal, and that'd be so. How can you go from semi-main against the Undertaker at WrestleMania to possibly the pre-show the next year? And oh my, they can't do that to him. They can't. There's no way they can take the new face of fear who fought John Cena in his debut at WrestleMania, and then the Undertaker.
They go to the pre-show Andre Memorial Battle Royal with 29 other guys.
The pre-show.
If that happens,
oh
man, what a show that's gonna be if that happens. I mean, it's already gonna be the post WrestleMania show, but if that happens,
whoo, that would literally be awful. That would literally. It doesn't even matter if he wins the Andre Royal. It would just be awful. The fact that he's even in the jobber match.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be there. Like, oh, here's the mid card and the jobbers.
Because the thing is, if he wins the match, okay, then what? What does that do for his career? What does it do momentum-wise? Because we've seen the winner of the Andre Memorial. Yeah, exactly. We've seen the winner of the match of the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. It hasn't meant anything. So unless it actually means something for winning it, which maybe if they have him win it, potentially can. But if he wins it and it's just, oh, okay, I carry around this trophy for a couple weweeks and there's more cryptic promos about how I'm the face of fear.
Okay, he's not carrying around that trophy. He's going to have Braun, Luke, and
Strowman carrying
the trophy. Like, imagine all three of them looking like stooges fucking carrying around that big-ass trophy. Like...
And it wouldn't surprise me.
Here, maybe this will work. If they say whoever wins the Andre Royal gets put in the United States Championship match, or the Intercontinental Championship match. Now that coming out of my mouth sounded so bad because Bray Wyatt is world title or not. He should never.
That's just the way his character is. It's just
thank you. He should never ever have that tag strap around him, the Intercontinental or the U.S. I don't even need to mention Divas. Just don't just.
At this point, he might be better off.
I don't think I've ever seen the Undertaker with anything other than the world title with Kane when WCW invaded. But
yeah,
other than that, he's only had the world title.
You know, he's had tag titles a couple times. You know, with him and Kane. You know, when him and Big Show were the Unholy Alliance tag team. You know, so throwback days right there. So
man,
you know, Undertaker. You know, but yeah, as you said, he's just had. It's either been the WWE title, world title, or it's the tag titles. He hasn't had Intercontinental Championship. He hasn't had the United States Championship just because of how his character is. Bray's in a similar similar role. But I can't take the new face of fear seriously when I don't fear you. What's there to fear about you? You gotta make me fear you. You're saying all these cryptic promos every week, but if you don't back it up in the ring, if you're not getting any type of wins, any type of momentum to make me think, okay, your character is actually going somewhere, I really don't care about you.
It just scares me to think, like, what was his original plan? I think it was to fight Sting at this Mania.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
Get hurt. Yeah,
that would have been awesome. I would have loved that. And Bray should have won that. As much as everyone doesn't want to hear that Bray needs that win.
Oh, he needs that win. Of course, you don't want Sting to, go 0 for 3 in his WWE career, but I mean, Sting can lose.
He's 1 and 2. He beat Big Show on Raw one night. His Raw debut.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one.
That's when I was still working.
About that one.
That's when I was still working for Affleck, and they sent us out to Richmond for training. And I remember they had a split rooms with people. I was like, "Hey man, do you mind if I watch wrestling?" He's like, "No, go ahead, dude." And like some shitty football game was on. It was like Cincy and the Falcons or something. Some game I didn't want to watch. And so I watched like all of Raw that night. I was like, sweet. And he's like, yo, I remember this guy. You know, he's like a guy that hadn't seen wrestling in years, and I'm like explaining everything to him. He's like, is that Sting? And I was like, yeah, man. And he's like,
WWE ring.
Yeah. I was like, he's like, I remember him from like when I was like 10 or something like that. I was like, yeah, dude. he's in WWE now. He's like, how old is he? I was like, I think he's 56. He's like, he can still wrestle at 56. I was like, yeah, man, that's wrestling for you.
That's wrestling.
But yeah, no, that was funny. When that happened.
I forgot he got to win over the Big Show, so he has his WWE ring for win. So, but yeah, if that would have happened, yeah, Bray definitely needs to win. I don't know what they plan on doing Bray or WrestleMania, but he just has to have a win. Bray needs a win. He needs to build momentum for his character because with all these injuries happening, you have a character like Bray Wyatt. It's going to happen. He'll come to a point where nobody's going to take him seriously anymore. You're going to damage him beyond repair. There's always eventually anything can happen. You can always get him back. But while you have this run with this 5-man or this 4-man stable with the Wyatt family, you got to push it. You got to maximize it because you look at the run from TLC through the Rumble. And up to the Rumble, just how they were built, just knocking guys out, dominating week after week. And you say, this is a Wyatt family we're talking about. And then, of course, Fastlane happened. They lost at Fastlane.
I still will never understand.
Still don't understand that.
Maybe
that whole program was more so to make Ryback shine, as we see what he's doing right now. Maybe his heel turn's coming up.
Heel turn in effect, I believe.
In effect, yeah.
I believe, he didn't do feed me
more.
He just ran out
the ring.
Now, that I will give him. I was like, I kick ass and leave.
Yeah, and I actually like that.
That was so good.
And we had talked about it. I told you, I didn't really think it was a good idea Ryback turning heel because of what they did.
He sucked
first run, it was so well because he was teaming with Curtis Axel.
Right.
Ryback Axel. Oh, you remember that awful group? And they had Paul Heyman with them. Paul Heyman could have turned that into gold. That's how bad that was. But I like this Ryback. I'm just coming in. I'm going to beat you down, and I'm going to leave. I'm not going to say anything. So I'm liking this character. I don't know what they have planned for him at WrestleMania. Maybe he's takes the title off of...
Or one of the... he'll probably be in the U.S. title match.
I can see him taking the U.S. title.
If they I think the U.S. title match would be that multi-man match, like a ladder match, or something like that. Yeah. I think the IC title will eventually come down to Jericho, AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens. I think AJ Styles wins.
I think so too. Even now, I'm starting to think that it might just be another Jericho Styles match.
See, I wouldn't be surprised about that, and that's why I have it as a triple threat. At least with, I don't want Kevin Owens to lose, but he eliminated AJ Styles from the Rumble. Welcome to WWE.
Yeah.
And they could have done the storyline from there.
Yeah.
And I mean, who knows? When Kevin Owens is done with Big Show, who knows what he'll do? Maybe he'll just come out and just F someone up. Like Baron Corbin did on NXT. He came up and F'd up Austin Aries. Legit F'd him up. I was like, yo, this is awesome.
Speaking of him, man, his finisher.
End of Days is probably the best.
Amazing.
Probably the best finisher in wrestling right now.
I agree.
I remember when I first saw it, I was like, I have never seen it.
How does that work? I have to replay it. How does this?
It's so cool. I like it. I dig it. But yeah. So Ryback beats Adam Rose.
Yeah.
And no one's surprised. Yeah. He's a social jobber.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't know what the purpose of that is.
But what's funny though is, did Adam Rose beat Ryback a few weeks ago? Adam Rose beat Titus a few weeks ago. I was like, they gotta win against somebody. I was like, okay, I guess this is their rematch win, whatever.
Yeah, they got Titus. That was Titus's last televised match before the whole thing went down. Free Titus, man. It's wrong what they did to you, Titus, man. We support you here at Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast.
We sure do.
It's grimy, man.
My dad was a Q too. I actually made it. When you first started doing this, I knew exactly what it was. It was no exaggeration. Everyone was like, "What is that barking he's doing?" I was like, "No, you guys clearly don't know fraternities or anything like that."
Right.
Omega Psi Phi fraternity. But yeah, I just can't believe they had Adam Rose beat Titus.
I don't know where they're going with that program. I mean, I guess we can assume there's going to be a rematch next week or on Raw or on SmackDown, if the whole thing didn't go down. But
I hope Vince has a change of heart and brings him back.
I hope so, man.
Is
it because Titus was?
I don't want to say that. No, we don't even want to go.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there.
No, because let's hope for a change, right?
Yeah.
And let's let's hope we can get some homegrown WWE superstars as champions.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next match, Y2A. No, excuse me. League of Nations. League of Boring. Beats the Lucha Dragons. Fucking Kalisto still allows himself to get hit by that dumbass double drop kick
He
thing.
seems to be the only one that gets hit by that stupid move.
I fucking hate it.
The move is so stupid. I'm going to stand here on the apron, crunch myself into the ab, hold myself right there for about 30 seconds while you're up on the rope, and then you're going to jump down and land on me.
It was another part about this match. Like, I knew Del Rio did this. Now they all do. It was just like, I'm like, what are you? It's like, is this your goal now? It's so.
To me, that's the most entertaining thing about them because they'll all just come here and you see Rusev do this and Sheamus do this. Other than that, I can't care. I don't care about them because of the way they've been built. I just don't care about them.
Not anymore. I
don't care about them anymore. I mean, when they first got together, we were loving
I was kind of like
their song and we were for it, and then just not doing anything. And
what they could have done, and what would have been funny, well, I would have liked it, is if Del Rio scrapped the U.S. title and they brought back like the European title, something like that. It's like, yeah, we're from other places. We don't care about the U.S. That could have been their gimmick. It's like we're gonna bash the U.S., but it was like that whole Mex America bullshit with Zeb Coulter, which was just fucking stupid. I remember when Zeb Coulter rolled out. I was like, Zeb Coulter's back. Jack Swagger to follow, you know. And I was like, wait, Del Rio is with Zeb Coulter.
Yeah.
In a race angle, like, of all things, and then he beat Cena in, was it 7 minutes? I was like, you disgust me. I was like, I can't believe 7 minutes to beat Cena. Mr. Never Lose, 7 minutes. We're not gonna go. You know what? We're just gonna ignore that right now. Next up, Y2AJ defeats the New Day, and
setting up that
the tag title match because they
Jericho's heel turn.
Champions. Yeah. I can see what's gonna happen. They're gonna get frustrated because New Day's beating them, and they're gonna get close to New Day's gonna get close to winning, and then Jericho's gonna get mad because they're not winning, and he'll either walk off or they're gonna lose because Jericho tries to save AJ Styles again, and then after the match, mad, and AJ Styles like, "Come on, man, it's all right." You know, they just snagged us. We'll get another shot at it. We'll get another shot. He's like, yeah, you're right. And then Codebreaker, or he just low blows him, or Jericho. You know,
Jericho.
He does a classic Jericho.
Yep.
But yeah. Next match, Bubba Ray beats Jey Uso.
I know you love that.
I sure did.
I know you love that.
Oh, good.
It's I mean, it wasn't anything much. I mean, I didn't know who was going to win that match at all, but you know, I think it's right having Bubba Ray win because it gives them the Dudleys momentum. I'm glad they won too because I mean, again, I don't hate the Usos like you do, but I'm glad Bubba Ray won. Hitting that Bubba Bomb, you know, classic throwback move right there.
I don't think I've seen it until like yesterday.
I think that was the first time.
It's like, yo, like, you're not doing the move we all love. Yeah. Other than the 3D, you know, I love
exactly.
3D, but, you know, I remember like in No Mercy, especially Kevin always said, I remember like back in the day when you could see fingers like doing like this. It was so funny in No Mercy. What else though? I didn't read SmackDown. Does Devon fight the other one?
I think from what I remember, Devon
has a singles match. With
I think.
Oh, you know, because we're tag team superstars and we have singles matches.
Right. Yeah.
Total logic. Okay.
Classic.
Yeah, but does Devon win?
I think Devon won.
He better have won.
I think Devon won that one.
It's like
if I'm not mistaken, or
I was like, if the Usos.
Oh no, that's what it was. Actually, scratch that. My bad. It was League of Nations faced the Usos, and League of Nations won.
Okay.
And the Dudleys were at ringside or out there, and then afterwards
they just fucked them
the
up.
Dudleys teased putting Usos through the table, and then they didn't do it because, of course, they're anti-table campaign. So it was that classic heel.
More tables.
It was more tables. So it was. But so they got beat down still.
Okay.
You know, much to your liking. I know you like that.
That is great. Yeah, that is great. I can't wait to watch SmackDown tonight. and see it. Next match. Actually, you know what? Let's go into a promo. Stephanie Cutts comes out and talks about her acceptance speech for the Vincent J. McMahon Award. She can cut a promo, man.
Oh yeah.
She is a great heel. It's just like the Vince. It's just oozing out of her. It's,
you can just see
I love it. It's so good. It's like I hope she's here to stay for a while. You know, like whether if it's not in an authority role.
Yeah, just having a storyline to get somebody else, something like that. Watch that, but just having her on TV makes. I mean, she knows how to get the crowd to hate her.
Oh, doesn't she?
A classic heel. She just knows how to make it happen.
During 2 segments I'll reference. Mania 31, when Rock came out and excuse me, and she was just like, all right, we get it. You're happy to see The Rock, you know? And everything she says, she
exactly.
just
knows how to play off the crowd.
It's so great. And then Monday night last Monday night when Shane came back. It's like, you don't understand, Shane. This isn't even about you. Yeah. And then they're flooding it. For her to keep her composure. I know I would have been smiling. I was like, yeah, I got him, you know? Or just look mad, but you're happy as shit, you know, trying not to laugh. Because I would have laughed so hard. I was like,
he plays the heel role so great.
Yeah, she does.
You know, how you just... I mean, of course, you know they're brother sister, but you can on screen how she displayed that promo, just how
there's natural chemistry with people you know.
Yeah, exactly.
When you know they're brother and sister, like you said, they've known each other for years, whether they wanted to or not.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
It's just it's just there when you know the other person's tendencies, their cues, their mannerisms and stuff like that. You know when one of them's. You know, I know they give each other space to talk, but, you know, they know how to play off one another, like you were saying.
Yeah. No, but that was an awesome promo that Stephanie did.
It was
just, oh, my gosh. Just,
one
of the best parts of Raw, if not the best part of Raw.
Yeah. Next, we'll go to another promo. Lana and Brie Bella backstage. You have a 30 little goat, man. That got the shit out of me. Just the way she said it so nonchalant.
Yeah, right. That one.
Do they have a match at Mania?
Please no.
Is this Lana's in-ring debut?
Please no. Not at Mania. Please no. You can say that for a SmackDown.
Does she team back up with Rusev?
I don't know. I guess with that whole angle with them being upset about her leaking information about them being engaged.
Yeah.
Probably maybe to try to keep him away for a little bit. So maybe she tried.
The cat's out of the bag. I don't see why they do it.
Right.
It's like, hey, everyone knows. And I remember even during the promo that they announced it, Russo was just like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. Like, it's like, that's my wife now.
Man. It happened, you know?
He's like, look, Summer, I dressed you up like her. Did you really not think anything was going on? But out of that whole hot mess garbage that was that 4-way love triangle thing, I think Russo shined. Because it was just like he would kiss Summer Rae and just be dead staring right at fucking Lana. And then the fish thing, I don't know why I laughed so hard. I was just like, I don't know why I like this. But it's working. It's just it's working. He's not that monster heel that fought Cena at Fastlane and Mania, where he came out on a fucking tank. Yeah. Here's another person that has another problem. What is Rusev gonna do?
I think it's some League of Nations New Day thing.
Ugh.
I think it's gonna be League of Nations versus New Day in some form or fashion.
I forgot we were saying that last week.
Yeah, to me, I was never a big fan of Rusev, but he fought Cena at WrestleMania, and they had a good program. They had a really good program. I enjoyed the program that they put on together. But I honestly don't know if we see. You know what I was thinking the other day? Rusev. You know who Rusev reminds me of? Probably this is a little throwback name right here. Vladimir Kozlov.
Wow.
Just how they're booked. They both were booked as monster heels. Of course, Vladimir had a winning streak too, but I don't think he didn't have a winning streak as long as Rusev did.
Yeah.
Wasn't that long of a winning streak, but
quick before you keep going, I forget which pay-per-view I was watching. I think the opening match was Kozlov versus John Morrison, and he squashed Morrison, and it was and the streak continues, and I'm like, wow.
Just thinking some of the guys that he beat, and I mean, I'm not that big a fan of Rusev, but I think Rusev is a light years better than Kozlov.
Oh
ever
my
was.
yes. Oh
Ever
man.
was. And I don't know why they invested that much in the Kozlov in the first place. But when he faded real quick.
He's big and he's tall.
Yeah, it's like some big guys. Yeah,
he's big and he's tall. And he doesn't have to worry about a few things like Titus, Mark Henry, and
guys have to worry about. Yeah.
Anyway,
Rusev reminds me of Kozlov and how they both had these monster heel runs, winning streaks, and then eventually Kozlov faded off and he became a comedy act before he got released. Rusev's not there towards a comedy act yet. He still has something right now, but the way things are looking, it doesn't look like the League of Nations is going to last long. See Rusev doing some comedy acting, and maybe he's almost irrelevant. He just used as enhancement or just out there for a comedy show. I think it's going to go down that route.
Don't call me.
I think it's going to go down that route. I really don't see them. And I think, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Rusev, but I think he's good enough to. He does not, maybe not a main event player. Maybe he could give him a run and see what happens. But I think at least he can be a tag team with somebody. He's useful. He's good enough that he can be in a tag team with somebody.
He's reliable for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, even remember when he busted up his ankle? He came back a lot quicker than I thought he was going to.
Back real
I remember
quick.
it was like a surprise return. I was
he's
like,
pretty good in the ring. I mean, he's not entertaining, but I think with the right partner, he's pretty good. Imagine him and Miz together in a tag team. Weird dynamic, but I mean, Miz brings the best out of tag team partners. Every tag team Miz has been in.
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
No, but if we're going on Kurt Angle, when he left TNA, he saw the writing on the wall. It's clear as day. He got the F out. If Kurt Angle just surprise shows up and is like, "Hey, Ruru, I want you in a match." Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Man, I'll pop to see him. I don't care who he faces.
Could you imagine if Angle came out instead of Shane? That pop would have been just as just good as Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Shane's was the shit because I was like, I had no idea he was gonna cut. That's the best thing. Oh my gosh, that was so good. It was so good because when you can pull one over on a wrestling fan. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's good.
Hearing that and everything being leaked out of spoilers. That's what makes it so much better. That's what made it so much better.
I was on the dirt sheets and didn't see anything. And just, like I said, Darian was in my house, dude. And then just they're going, and I'm like, someone's got to come out soon. Someone's going to, maybe Undertaker.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was Undertaker.
And then, here comes the money. And I literally jump off my bed. I was like, oh my gosh, Shane is back.
Yes.
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
I am not going to forget that. That was
no.
I remember I started, everyone on my phone, are you watching? Are you watching? Shane! Exclamation marks.
It's just certain returns that you just never forget. I remember when Rock came back in 2011 to host WrestleMania 27. Rock was gone 7 years. And, so just seeing him come back and it's just those certain returns you just never forget. They always stick out in your mind. Yeah. It just means that much. This is gonna be one of them.
Oh yeah,
it's just one of them.
If they redid the WWE top 10 videos on the countdown, this would definitely be in the top 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, easily. I think so. Yeah.
It was man.
Yeah.
And you saw him getting teary eyed, and I was like, soak it in, my man. Thank you for coming back.
And again,
love you.
That's what made it so great. You just never knew because. Remember the night after WrestleMania 28, Brock Lesnar returned. I mean, he got a big pop too.
Oh, yeah.
But sport on the dirt sheets the night before, the day of that he was coming back with Brock hosting.
You heard the crowd going, "We want Lesnar."
Everybody knew he was coming back. But with this Shane returning and Rock returning in 2011, nobody had any idea about those two. That's what made it. So
I remember watching. I was out there in the other room, when I was watching, and I'm like, "What is this graphic?" And you see the clouds and the electric and the cloud. I'm like, "Is this The Rock?" I was like, oh shit!
I was in my dorm room and my roommate was there and I flipped out. He didn't know why the heck I was flipping out.
He's like, what's wrong? What's going on?
And
I'm like, I'm working out.
I was snap, I'm going crazy, man. He's like, yo, is that The Rock?
Yeah, everyone knows The Rock. It's funny. This guy came in for a meeting. I won't say his name or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And he said he was on an episode of Ballers, and I was like. He was working with Denzel's son, the receiver, who wears the reverse number of his dad. Anyway, I was like, "Yo, what's The Rock like on set?" He was like, "He actually wasn't there, but man, those supermodels, it was just so funny." I was like, that's awesome. I was like, and he told me like the episode that he was on. I was like, yo, I love that episode. That was like, Bellows is pretty good. It's not great. It's good because The Rock is on it. If The Rock wasn't on it,
sometimes it also
if The Rock isn't on it, it's a music video without music. it's stupid. Like there's a few mini stories that are pretty good. Like the Denzel's kid, the receiver. I like that one. But other than that, like it's okay.
Yeah,
it's a music video without the music.
Plan on it. Love The Rock.
I heard that. I think they're doing a season 2. Yeah, so I mean, I'll watch it. Like I like The Rock. That's because we like The Rock.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next match, Big Show defeated Kevin Owens. We already talked. Did we talk about that? Yeah, I did talk about that.
No, we're gonna go right past that.
Naomi beats Brie Bella. No surprise there.
Nope.
I guess give her some more sympathy and get some heat on Naomi, which is fine.
Yeah, Naomi needs a win.
And then main event, Dean Ambrose beats Del Rio by DQ.
Right, because we know Triple H
came
out, and League of Nations demolished Dean Ambrose, and of course that match was set up from the beginning of Raw, and the Ambrose Triple H promo, which I love that promo.
Yeah,
that was a great promo. You know, Triple H did his thing, and talk about respect and authority, and then Dean Ambrose interrupts him, and then it's just a certain things that Dean Ambrose does. Like after he got beat down,
right,
and Dean Ambrose was fighting back, Triple H hit him with the pedigree, and he's leaving, and Ambrose is saying, "Hey Hunter, thanks," and the crowd's just laughing. I'm just losing it. I'm just laughing too. Like, yo, this dude's nonchalantly just the little things he does.
It's just funny because he's like, I want a championship match. I want this. And like last week, when Lesnar kicked his ass, I was like, this is Jeff Hardy, Undertaker-esque, like from my favorite match. And then I was like, all right, cool. Ambrose is doing it now.
Yeah.
Get that rub.
Get that crowd behind him.
But yeah, and then the thanks at the end, I was like, he gets the last word. He gets a championship match. He doesn't beat him, or you kicked his ass, but guess what? Next week he'll be fine.
Exactly. You know? He got his match. You went down, beat him down at the table.
I knew people would be fine next week when I was 8. Like it's just like, you know,
Roman Reigns.
I heard he was at a live show without the stuff.
Mask.
Yeah. So they're intentionally keeping him off Raw and SmackDown. Trying to sell when he was at a live show without it. Competing. And here's the worst part is like I don't even want to say they're keeping him. I don't want to only say they're keeping him off TV. Maybe he's working dark matches without it. But it's like, I think I said it last week. You have to let him go out there and just let them hate him, let them boo, let him cheer. He has to get that experience, and there's nothing. You have to go out there.
Can't protect him anymore. I mean, you guys, they want to book him as the guy, as Vince is running with him, no matter what. Let him run out there, sink and swim. You know, I mean, it's one thing. You know, Austin's been really over this whole Reigns situation of how they're booking him, and you know, Austin for a while said they need to turn him heel, and he mentioned kind of how The Rock, you know, how he was heel, he was hated. You know, as we talked about the Rocky sides, and eventually The Rock became, I mean, the rest of history.
He became the people's champ.
The people's champ. But you gotta let them hate him before maybe they love him, because right now they feel forced down their throats. And Austin, as Austin said, he sees Reigns' potential, but he's not a fan of the way he's been booked. And Austin's been a proponent of him turning heel. I'm sure a lot of people want to see him turn heel now, but it's kind of the route where Cena never turned heel. I don't think Vince ever wants to turn Roman heel.
Cena was heel first.
I mean, well, Cena's heel first at least. So you know, and look how that worked out. I mean, look at Cena now. Right. You know, I don't care if you hate him. He's Cena. And
Cena's over.
Cena's over.
Good or bad, he's over.
He's over. You get a reaction out of Cena when he comes out, and you know, I miss Cena.
There's legitimacy.
I miss Cena.
Thank you. There's legitimacy with Cena, and the best. Like here's how I know he's over. When you see, what's a good example? If you saw Shawn Michaels in 2007 go for the Intercontinental Championship, what would your first? Thank you. Your face right there, you cringe at it. Yeah. When Cena went for the United States Championship, everyone was happy. It's like, oh, hey, look, he gets to bring up with a belt. We're happy about this. Yeah. Whether they're as happy he's out of the world title picture, but they're happy he's actually he's contributing to another factor on the show. Not just, and it was the best fucking part of 2015. Like
all of 2015, Raw was made by those U.S. Open challenges because you always got a great match, no matter who it was. I mean, he faced Stardust one week, and that match was good too. That was probably the best match on the card.
That was the second match of the challenge. I remember first was Ambrose, which I knew it was going to be, and it should have been Ambrose. I was like, Ambrose going to win this? Like, this is crazy. Yeah. And then it was Stardust, and then down the line, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Neville. Neville almost snagged him once.
Neville almost got him. I thought he had him. I
was pretty sure Neville was going to beat him.
That's how great. And of course, he was Cesaro a couple times.
Like, Cena and Cesaro have great chemistry in the ring. When they both get healthy, if Cena and Cesaro, pretty sure Cena's going to fight Taker next year.
Yeah, they definitely want that to happen.
I want that to happen.
Yeah.
34. If Cena wants to bow out and is ready to go,
give it to Cesaro.
Let it give it to Cesaro because they will put on
a
match.
Great
You don't know what you had till it's gone. And I liked Cesaro. I was starting to really get there, but when he started doing that over the apron suplex, dude,
Cesaro was a freak of nature. Just
before I saw him doing that, or after I saw him doing that, I was like, yo, I love not knowing the moves. I love seeing stuff I've never seen before. And then when Kevin Owens did the inverted fisherman suplex, I think that's what you call it, the inverted fisherman suplex at the top rope. Why is that not a finisher? That was so good. It was.
I'm about to say, sometimes that should be a finisher. He should end matches with that.
Anyone else does that? That's a finisher, man. I'm still trying to put that on my guy in WWE. I don't think it's in the game.
That's how awesome it is. But yeah, it just goes to show you. I mean, it's, that U.S. Open Challenge is such a great part of the show. And, I mean, I think people missed Cena that time when he was going to film the reality show.
Yeah.
And he came back. I think people really loved to see Cena before he got that unexpected rotator cuff injury.
I remember when I would see online and stuff, we're like, all right, well, then, Cena will be back, and that'll be good.
Yeah.
They're just, like, nonchalantly going over it. But it's like, I don't want Cena back. All right, that fills up that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, people are anticipating Cena's return, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this is so yay! Like, I was so happy. And it's one Raw, and I don't know where he got injured or where it happened.
It really don't know because he had faced Del Rio, and that was fine. And then next week he was supposed to be on the show, and then all of a sudden.
That's what makes me wonder is, like, I didn't think he was going to compete on that SmackDown, the first SmackDown of the year for SmackDown USA. Mm-hmm. And he came out first and endorsed Kalisto, and I was like, okay, cool, you know? But I was like, yo, we're Cena next Raw. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be here next week. Cena's injured? What?
When I got that breaking up there, I said, wow. Because this was, all the other guys that already got injured, I said, wow, this, really? Right. 2 months before, or a few months before Mania? This is happening?
Imagine if you still worked for Bleacher Report and you got to do WWE news, you would have had a plethora of news stories to talk about.
Yeah.
Just injuries. What does this mean for the current state of the WWE?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so,
it's crazy.
So those guys that gets to do all those reports on Bleacher Report, you got plenty of ammo.
Oh, yeah. They got plenty to talk about. We got plenty to talk about right now. And it's, I mean, again, this injuries suck. They happen, and we can just only make the most of WrestleMania right now and what happens and going forward. But, yeah, I mean, as we're anticipating WrestleMania. Should be a great show. Just, cards shaping up some more. But, see what happens.
Anything else happen in the news or Raw or SmackDown that's notable?
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, SmackDown's I think maybe you can check it out. You got Styles on the show.
I want to watch SmackDown.
Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens. This will be a good match. And
okay.
I think it's definitely give it a tune, give it a check out.
Yeah. I forgot to do this last week. Our match of the week last week was supposed to be Shane versus Kurt Angle at King of the Ring 2001. Angle had 2 previous matches earlier in that night for the King of the Ring tournament, and then he still fought Shane McMahon.
Broken tailbone. Shane
not going through that glass the very first time.
Concussed him.
Bam! And his head just hits the ground. You hear you go back, turn your volume up when you see them start to go up towards the ramp, and just hear that his skull literally hitting the ground. It's guttural. It's a visceral reaction you're gonna get.
I was watching the behind the scenes of that a couple of days ago, and they were talking about the match, and he was talking about went on the ground, and Shane and Kurt Angle told Shane he broke his tailbone, and then when Shane was concussing, And Shane said he was all blurry, and he just heard Mike Chioda ask him if he's okay. He said, "Yeah, I'm good." And Kurt said, "You're fine. Are you fine?" And Shane said, "Yeah, just throw me through the glass again. We're gonna break it." And Kurt said, "No, we're not doing this." He said, "No, throw me through the glass." He started cursing, and I said, "Wow, he just go behind the scenes."
He's a tough son of a gun.
Real tough, man.
Go back and watch Shane McMahon highlights. That dude ain't scared of a damn thing.
No. And Angle said that was probably one of the best matches of his career, if not the top. So that says a lot.
And that's our show this week. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell us what you think and your opinions. Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast and for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. I'm Sean Lucas alongside my co-host, Vandie Barnard.
The Vandalizer. See y'all. Check us out.
And we won't throw the book at you. Until next time.